All right, we are live. Good evening, good evening, everybody. We're gonna give you a second to jump in here really quickly. We won't be before you long. So let me see here. Let me make sure I'm connected. All right, so Dr. Kathy, we are here. We live. Super excited about all that you're doing. I know you got some amazing things coming down the pipe, starting tonight, actually.
Yeah.
So you guys, we wanted to jump on here really quick. I asked Dr. Kathy to jump on with me. She is an amazing businesswoman. I've had the pleasure of knowing Dr. Kathy for probably, has it been about 12 years, like 2014, 15, somewhere
Yeah.
there.
2014. Uh-huh.
So about 12 years, time is flying, I tell you. And so I asked Dr. Kathy to jump on here because anyone who's been tuning into my live throughout this week, I've been talking heavily about businesses and systems and scaling because the reality is where the world is today, most people can't rely just on a job. Everyone needs to be having an outside business that's cash flowing and helping them produce money. But one of the things that I've experienced or seen is that people who are currently working jobs that desire to be off of their job, they don't have the time available to scale their business like they would desire to. So they're stuck in their job a lot longer. And so a couple of people that I've had the opportunity to speak with, we started talking about the systems and they're like, Camille, I need this to work while I'm at work, or I need this to happen so that I can get to the goal. And so last year I had the opportunity to work with Dr. Kathy in her amazing business, I Build Legacy. She is an amazing Forex educator. Make sure y'all tap in and tag, follow her. I'll drop her at in the comments. But so Dr. Kathy, so let's talk about it real quick because I wanted to use some real life examples so people can really see and understand what it is that I do, why I do it, how it
Mhm.
benefits you as a business owner. So I remember last year you hit me up and was like, Camille, I need a website.
Yeah.
And so when you said that, I was like, okay, let's talk. And so one of the biggest things, and then I'll let you kind of chime in. One of the biggest things for me is like whenever talking to a business, you always go back to the floor of why you feel like that's what you need. And then we talk about what your goals are to determine if that's all you need or if it's more to that than just what you think you need. And so Dr. Kathy, start with tell me what your when you said you needed a website, what were you thinking? What was your first thought? Like, I need this. What was the reason why?
Well, one of the things, because all I had was like a funnel page in the
Hmm.
beginning, and that was it. That's where we started years ago. But as you grow in it and advance yourself, you need to advance your systems as well. And so, and I reached out to you, and I was like, okay, I need something a little bit more, and I want to go on autopilot, but I don't know how.
Hmm.
And I knew you had your system set up, and you was already working with a few people. I've seen what you've done in the past, how you done Dr. Jewel and Marquitas and a few others. And the way you had your system set up was really good. So we got on the phone, we did some counseling, and you saw what I was doing, what I was looking for, and everything. And of course, I needed the website, and my church needed a website. And so, she revamped my church's website after my husband saw mine. He wanted the church's done. And so she revamped that website. But what I loved the most was the fact that a lot of my stuff could get put on autopilot without me having to be there. And then some of the basic questions that could be answered, the way you set it up. My virtual assistant was answering the questions, and they could even call in and talk to them. And if it was something that didn't need it, that they couldn't answer, then she would schedule a call, and then I would call back. So I really like that. And what stood out the most was the leads that I generated and had. And when you showed me the potential that my company could bring in every month, I was all in. Now I was like, what? I can make that? Okay, well let me break down some. And I travel a lot, and she's busy a lot because she has a lot of clients. that she's working with and everything. And even, like we was just having a sidebar conversation. She was on vacation for 10 days and came back and was just fully booked and all of that. So that's what I was looking for when we initially, set everything up, and my business have grown since then. I'm in a whole nother phase of it right now. And I I mean, I'm loving it because I don't have that much time. And so, and now what it takes, and then with payroll, you got to have like 10 different people in one place. And then the system that you set up, no offense to my employees, but it's set up to where all you do is just plug and play.
Mm-hmm.
And I like
and it was really cool working on this project with Dr. Kathy, because the thing is, like, when you're looking at your business, a lot of times people will get a product or a tool and try to make their business fit that product or tool. But what we did was look at, and this is what I do with our clients, what we did was look at how does her business need to operate? What are the pieces and parts that are associated with that business right now? And then we find the tools that fit her business versus trying to make your business fit a tool.
Yeah, so, that part, that was the best part right there, because I didn't, with me not being that technical in that area, you found what was, fitting for me.
Yeah. And so it was so cool because, like, Dr. Kathy, she's a pastor. So she in church like 10 days a week. It's only 7, but she in church 10 days a week, traveling, doing her education, all these different things. And so, of course, everyone experiences pivots in business. You have your contractors, but then life happens with contractors and all these things. So the question that I answered for her was, what can we set up to where if this person cannot do, your business doesn't stop? If you don't show up today, does your business continue? And so that was the goal, and that is the purpose of your systems. You want to get to the point where you're able to your business continue to run without you there 24/7. If your business stops when you stop, then you're doing yourself a disservice. And so, to kind of talk about what the system looked like for her, as soon as someone went into her website and they signed up for her product or service, they immediately got a text, they immediately got an email, here are your onboarding steps, here are your next steps. If they don't complete the steps within 24 hours, there's an automatic follow-up coming up. They automatically get notified when she does her live sessions with them. She also has like amazing scanners that she's built in the Forex space. So that's why y'all need to tap in with her. And what happens is, as soon as they join, she gets notified, her team gets notified, so everything is connected properly. Before we got the system set up, it was dealing with a whole bunch of email and Discord messages, and it wasn't
right. I was missing people.
Yeah.
I wasn't catching everybody at the same time. And when she set me up, and like if you signed up and everything, you automatically got a follow-up email welcoming you to the team and giving you your next steps and everything. It was play by play. Instead of me just talking it through, okay, I'm gonna need this next. Okay, let's do this. And and everybody don't get it at one time. It was just one shot, one kill, and everybody had it. Once they had it set up, all they did was just plug into the lives.
Yep. And that's the beautiful thing I want you to think about with business. Everybody who's listening, like, we all desire to scale in our business. In scaling in our business, that means we need more customers or clients, right? So you have to ask yourself, where my system is right now, if 200 people signed up tomorrow, could I handle it, or will I be overwhelmed? You see what I'm saying? Dr. Kathy can handle it. You know what I'm saying? Because all she's gonna do is get the alert, they plugged in, and she keeps trading and doing her live.
Yes. And I want to say this, because life did happen to me at the beginning of the year. Life happened. I lost some loved ones back to back 3 months in a row. So while I was going back and forth dealing with that, my business didn't stop. It kept going. Everything kept going. And, I was able to plug in whenever I could, but nobody missed out on anything other than a few lives. But the way she had it set up, the recordings was there for them to go through and look at that. But that was perfect for me, because life will happen to you. And when it happens, you don't want to miss out on anything, because even though life is happening, the bills don't stop
Right.
coming in, and they're sympathetic to a certain point, but hey, you still got paid. But this was happening to me at the time, and I couldn't do it. And it comes along with other things, and I, like you said, I've been teaching people how to trade and everything for a long time, and it's not so much as about the indicator; it's about the information that you get. If you know exactly how the market moves, then you'll know when to get in, when to get out, or when it's a good trading day and when it's not. And a lot of times, we make excuses as to why we shouldn't trade. And when I found out years ago, and Camille we was right there in the same room on the same day when neither one of us knew anything about trading, and we saw another opportunity. And when we went in, we jumped in, and God has been blessing us ever since. Now
Absolutely.
she's a trader too, so don't let her fool you on that part. She
I just
was the technical person behind the scenes. We were the first group to start IML TV. So, and that was because of what you set up.
absolutely.
And at that time, we didn't have all the stuff we have right now. But the way her systems are set up, she set up a whole system, and we got on, and we just used Zoom. And we had more people plugging in there to where the owner of the company was like, hey, let me put this on the platform here because y'all got something good going there. And that's how technically everything got started behind the scenes with TV.
I forgot about that till you just said it.
Yeah. I was the compounding queen, and Lee Allen did the basics. Daisy did the basics, market structure and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, we had all of that set up. I had on Thursdays, and it started out with Camille doing it, but she didn't want to do it all the time. So she set up a system to where we all got in. But I'm so grateful that she did, because I went in feet first, head first. I just jumped in the deep, and it has really grown my business since then.
Yeah, and that, like, I'm glad you said that, because one of the things a couple of months ago, we were at a conference and Dr. Cindy Trim was there, and the thing that she said has stuck with me forever since June, and it was wealth favor systems.
Yep. She
And
taught that in July. We're at the conference I was at, and I was like, I'm all in.
What I was trying to say, like, and it's so interesting. Not trying to make this a spiritual thing, but we love Jesus over here.
Yeah, we can't help it.
Right. But it was like prophesied, like, you're gonna be like a funnel of money, a funnel for money for people. I didn't really for a while understand what that meant, but what I've noticed is every business or entrepreneur or whatever that I've worked with in their systems, money has flown straight into their hands. And so I'm like, okay. And then when she said that, it really resonated with me. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I see what you're doing, because this is just something I'm passionate about, seeing people win. And the thing about it is, a lot of people desire to grow in their business. But one thing that I realize is that people have to understand the importance of system and value it, because people pay for, they don't pay for what they can afford, they pay for what they value.
That's right.
And so you have to value it. You have to understand, if I pay $2,000, that's going to help me make 30,000. If I pay $5,000, that's going to help me make 100,000. So you look at it as an investment, because you, like, when you think about Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant, you have your employees, your self-employed, your business owners, your investors. A business owner is really someone who has systems and people working on their behalf. So many people say they business owners, but you're the bottleneck doing everything and messing stuff up. You really just self-employed. You own a job, you hired yourself, and you're doing everything. So your scaling is not going to happen till you get to the systems and the people. And the beautiful thing is, you can do one before the other. Like, systems, because the thing is, some people may say, I can't afford to pay someone monthly or afford to do this right now. But there are systems that you can put in place to help alleviate and start to produce capital to the point you get to now add a person.
Right.
Then, and so that's the thing I really want people to think about. And so,
well, let's break it down to those that are non-technical.
Okay.
Because all they still hear is a monthly fee.
Yes.
You have to sow something in order to reap something.
Yeah.
If you don't put anything in it, you're not going to get anything out of it. And it all starts, you got a system at your house. You got a system set up at your house on how you run things, how you do things, how you set things up, how you like things in place, what time you do things, and what time I'm going to bed, what time, okay, it's wash day, it's this and that. I got to get the kids together. You have a system set up at home. All you're doing is taking how your system is set up at the house, perfecting it in your business, because at home, you may not have a business, but your house is a business. You run that business at that house. You budget that money. You find ways to find other things. And we can never say that we don't ever have money. We can find some money from somewhere. All them extra clothes you got in that closet that you don't use, garage sale. If you're a good cook and you like, because Camille is a beast with the banana pudding. If she was running low around the holidays, everybody, Camille makes some banana pudding. Camille makes, okay, $20. You can find ways of getting it, but she has a system in place to where it's not coming out of my pocket. You don't gave me enough money to cover the ingredients and make a profit for my time. She shows you how to do this in the economic world, with your business, and show you what potential that you have. I won't say the potential that she told me. It just, when she showed it to me in numbers and on papers with what I already had, and I wasn't tapping into it. Now I'm starting to tap into it, really tap into it. And it's just retirement time for me. And,
Right.
You won't see my face as much, but, my system will still be there.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, that's why the system pieces are important, like your CRMs, your automations and things, because like if you're using JotForm or something like that, and you have all these leads coming through, that's one thing. So Dr. Kathy had spreadsheets of people who submitted on these forms. It wasn't until we put them into her CRM and attached value to them, because those people who were coming, they were interested in a product that she sells, right? That product has a standard price. So what did that mean? When we put it into the CRM, we were able to say, you have X number of people. It was in the thousands, I'll tell you that much. But this product is $199. So picture these thousands of people getting this product for $199 a month. What your residual can be. Do you see what I'm saying? And so with that, that is how you want to look at it. We created a command center for the business. You see what I'm saying? People do the small things. I got a landing page, I got a form, the leads coming through. So you got people coming to the door. You get them to the door through your marketing. They knocking on the door, but you're not answering because you don't have the follow-up set up, and you're busy running around, so you don't get to follow up. So that's why putting the systems in place to help say, okay, when they enter this, I'm automatically emailing them and or texting them, engaging with them, giving them the next step, whether it's a link to join something, it's a link to book an appointment so we can talk, depending on the ticket value. Or once they immediately purchase your product, what does that experience look like? And then you have to ask yourself as a business owner, what do I want the customer experience to be? If I was the customer, how would I want the experience to be for me? And those are the things that you have to put in place. And so a lot of people immediately try to go to automation or AI and things like that. But Dr. Kathy, tell them this part, because me and you we wasn't going back and forth in a bad way, but I kept asking questions like, I need to understand the process. Because I was wanting to automate some things, but it was like, okay.
I didn't understand none of what she was saying. I was like, oh, get it. I just told you, you do this, 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 and this. And she was like, no, the process of it, where you seeing it's going and all this and that. And I was overwhelmed. For one, I was going through some other things with family member passing, and she was trying to get me going so I could go and deal with that. But I didn't know exactly what she means. So it's important that you take the time out and sit, and all you're doing is just telling her your vision or what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And you get, I know that now. I didn't at the moment. I was like, she's okay, you overthinking. That is not what I'm asking you. And then sometimes we make things more complicated than what it is.
Yeah.
And so what we do is, what she do is she pretty much take your vision. You just sit and have a conversation with her. and take your vision. She can, she'll think on it 24 hours or even right then and there. And she said, okay, this is what you need. You need this. And then all of this line up. Let's start with this right here and go from there. And when I did, my sales did increase. It increased a lot. She started me from ground zero, from, building a nice website, putting in all the little bells and whistles. But the vision part, if you got a clear vision, and if you don't have one, her mindset will make you have one. She'll show you where, okay, hey, I see this for you. I see that. What do you think about this? Well, let's try this. And you may have to have a few meetings, but anything worth doing, it was worth it. It
Mhm.
was worth it.
Yeah, and so like getting to work with Dr. Kathy and sharing our experience, I've had the opportunity to do some business audits for people. And so for people who are tuning in and you're like, man, this resonates with me. I have a business, I have systems. It's a certain way I would like to see my business or my systems run, but they're not doing what it is that I need them to do. And what I do is I go through the front door of your business like I'm a consumer. And in me going through the front door as a consumer, I'm clicking the links, I'm signing up, I'm paying or buying something, requesting a contact, seeing what that journey looks like, and then being able to come back and give you a diagnostic as well as a roadmap on what it is that you need to do in order to streamline your business growth. Because if you're believing for X number of clients, you have to ask yourself, is my business ready to receive them? Are my systems in place, or are they going to be sitting for a while and they end up going somewhere else because there's no follow-up or protocol or process, for me to get them in? Are you the bottleneck in your business? Are you the one that's causing your business to slow down because those particular systems aren't in place? And I see someone ask what systems or book and or I I'm the book and the author. I'm the system.
Yes.
It's literally just me. I do have a an ebook that helps you identify systems. But what I'm gonna share with you here in a second, you'll be able to text. You may say, okay, Camille, I want to get information on you actually looking into my systems and telling me what it is I need to fix. Let me know which tools will help me pull this together. Um, that's really the first place to start. I've worked with corporate insurance, like insurance companies, small businesses, mid-sized businesses, because I am a business systems architect. I look at the picture, the big picture, see what's wrong, what needs to be fixed, what tools are needed to pull it together. Okay. And
Mhm.
so let me put this up here really quick. You can, if you can go, if you want, you could go ahead and text the word audit to 615-997-1346. You'll get a link there that talks about the business systems audit and what all is included with that. Something else that I will share with you guys, I'm going to see if I can pull it up really quick here. I created a free, where is it at? I created a free systems assessment. So the assessment itself is not the audit. So it's a big difference. The assessment is just like a 24 question questionnaire about your business, and you'll get a grade at the end on 6 different areas of your business, from the team, the systems, the onboarding, all those different things. I'm gonna share my screen real quick so I can show you this page. So this is something free that you can do. But then if you're like, okay, I see that, or I don't even think you need to see that. I just need you to go ahead and look at where I am right now. So this right here is the link for the business systems assessment. And once you go into the assessment here, it has you enter your information, and then it'll populate the different questions. And so you'll get an email of that actual report, um, as well as the recommendations of areas that you need to focus on. So the difference between the two is that you're going to get this in 5 to 7 minutes. With regards to the actual audit, I am going to go and dig into your business and give you a roadmap and tell you specifically what it is that you need to fix and revamp for the scaling for your particular goal. So make sure you text audit to 615-997-1346, and you'll be working with me and my team directly. Now, I will tell you that my team is the ones that are going to go through the front door, because if I do it, y'all will know it's me. So you'll probably be, so you're not going to know who's going or experiencing your site or anything like that. Your site, whether your front door is a website, your front door might be like, send me an email. Your front door might be, go to my Instagram. And, it doesn't matter what your front door is. I want the real authentic of what your business looks like today. And then from that, you'll get recommendations from me on how to revamp, what tools you need, what that product roadmap looks like for you, so that you can get your business to the goal, which is ultimately being able to scale without the overwhelm. So yeah, so that's all I have. You're welcome, Chelsea. So Dr. Kathy, you got anything else before we get ready to wrap? I know you get ready.
Listen, I would admonish you guys to go ahead and sign up with Camille. At least do the free consultation with her that she's offering. I have a market cycles class that's going on now because of the systems and everything that's already in place. That I have people that sign up, and all they in the waiting room waiting on me now. And it's all because I got the right system set up, and I got the right things going, and the right ads running. And because of the potential that I know that my business can make, guys, it's worth it. Sow the seed, grow your business. But thank you so much, Camille. It's always a pleasure working with you. Been working with her since 2014.
I know.
And everything is all good. So she comes highly recommended by everybody. I'm not going to tell you what her nickname used to be that we used to call her, because she was so smart and so gifted. We used to call her McBrain because she thought about everything. She analyzed everything. But it worked in our favor. All of us that has been surrounded by her since 2014, our businesses are thriving. And now she's doing her own. And so into it. So, but I got to go. I got them waiting in the other waiting room. Thank you so much. I would love to come back at any time.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Good night.